welcome back to 9 Years in China with old teacher Kenny. I took about a week break from making videos. It's the day after Labor Day now, but I thought we'd start back today, go back to my Chuzhou Alpha days, and let you see some pictures of some statues that I had found. Now, there's a hell of a story about these pictures. Well, it's a good story. As a photographer, from time to time we have things bad happen to us. And one thing that happened to me not long before I had to leave Chuzhou for my new city is I had a USB get corrupted, and I lost just hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of photos that I had taken during the last year in Chuzhou, and I was in a panic. I knew before I left the city that I needed to get a lot more photos of these places that I'd already photographed, so I'd have some documentation, and be able to show friends and family and everything, the places I've been and the things I've done. And I've had this happen to me twice, but this was the first one I had happen. And like I said, I was in a desperate panic. I was going back around to all my parks and like Linqihu, what I call the water park, and go back up on Longyao Mountain as many times as I could and photograph, Longyao Mountain, which was right above my house. So how this happened, kind of in the outskirts of the city. And me, I'm not afraid to go most places. If I got a bottle of water and a camera, I'll go investigate almost anything. And so originally what I'd done, I wanted to go see a park that I'd heard about, and I wanted to see this place where all these people fished. And so I figured out the Chinese to tell the taxi driver where to take me. And so this first time, almost every time I went over there, I was alone, and it was way, way out, not anywhere near downtown. And so I was the foreigner all alone. But I got the taxi driver to drop me off, and sure enough, I saw, the park area that people were telling me about, and this big old long canal, and tons of people fishing up and down this canal, and across the road beside the canal is a bunch of small businesses and a couple restaurants. So I started taking pictures of people fishing, and whatnot, fun stuff for a photographer just out walking around. And so I keep walking on the sidewalk, and and I know I'm getting further and further out, but the sidewalk is calling me, and so I keep taking pictures, and I found some really good, stuff, and I saw some high school kids out playing paintball, dressed in army uniforms. That was kind of fun to watch for a few minutes. And I may even got a few pictures of those. Maybe I can find them and show them one day also. But anyhow, the sidewalk led me to another highway. And I saw the sidewalk still going down the side of the canal. So I got to investigate. I got to explore. So I crossed the highway and I started walking and walking again. And eventually I come up behind a school. And I'm assuming I'm pretty sure it's a high school. But I started seeing this gigantic collection of statues. And all of them were telling a story of some kind. And I got my camera and my 35 millimeter lens, and I had a zoom lens with me too. I don't know if I used it that day, but the first trip out there, I was taking pictures of everything with my 35 millimeter, and I was like a tourist gone wild. I was just snapping photos anyhow, and I knew they were good. They were okay photos, but I wasn't trying to be the professional photographer. I just wanted to take pictures of all this new wonderful things I was seeing. Snap, 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 snap. And I was getting these photos. Little did I know I was about to lose them not long after. But what we'll do right now is I'll let you see, see a portion of these photos, and when we come back, I'll tell you a little bit more about my equipment and what I did when I had to photograph them the second time, because the photos you're going to see is me rushing back to document all this again. So hang on and let's look at some photos, and we'll come back in just a minute, okay? So be ready for some pictures. Well, hope you enjoyed seeing a few photos. Pretty cool what they look like, because you can tell they're probably really important citizens, mayors and business people or whatever, and all the statues collectively or individually were displaying some kind of social status and a little bit of drama. And there's quite a bit of drama actually in these photos. Now, when I went back the second time to document all this stuff again, I was carrying my Nikon, my D7100, and my Nikon 35mm 1.8 lens, a really sharp prime lens that a lot of people use all around the world. It's a great lens. And I had a Sigma 70 to 300 zoom that I used on a few of the photos, and I really don't know why I didn't need them, but I had the two lenses with me. I always had a zoom lens in case I needed to take a far shot anyhow, like somebody fishing down a bank or whatever. So the zoom lens was always with me. But for all I had to have on these little adventures, with me alone, I wanted my camera and at least two lenses and a bottle of water, and I'm good to go. So the photos you're about to see is kind of part two of this second. Well, actually, I'd seen the statues many times, but this was the visit that I had to get the pictures. I had to, or I was going to lose all this forever. So we're going to look at some more photos and hopefully give you a sense of old China, what maybe it was like in those older days. There's a lot of drama in these statues. They really were important to me that I kept this documented. Even though you see buildings and you see the school in the background on some of the shots, it's still so just look at those figures. It really made you stop and think. So anyhow, enjoy this, and soon we got a bunch more videos to come up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and tell your friends about this. Every video, as you can tell, is a little different. I may be talking about pollution one day and talking about a student another day, and just like today, we're just kind of a photography day. So yeah, enjoy, and I'll see you again really soon, okay? So, bye-bye. Peace out. Huido Jian. Ah.